clever, unpredictable, devilishly charismatic, and don't forget, bananas. She emerges from the shadows to show us all why she's the Time Lord's most enigmatic, exhilarating, and hilarious nemesis. Forget Daleks, forget Cybermen, forget weeping angels. Today is all about Missy, Queen of Evil. My favorite incarnation of the Master. So grab your parasol, nerds, and don't forget to say something nice.
Be vigilant day and night.
Chase your tail light. I'll be under your skin, letting you go for a while, then I'm taking you in. Your face like diamonds, a glimmer and punch. Shiny predator with a golden gun. Space age girl machine. 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 Space age girl machine.
Hey there, nerdlings, and welcome back to my channel! I know it's been a while. I've had stuff going on, man. I've had stuff. But I'm so glad to be back. I want to thank Jake over at Final Frontier 87 for my sweet new computer setup. Yeah, that was desperately needed. One of the reasons I haven't been able to do breakdowns in a while is because of the lack of computer setup, but that's going on now, bro. It's going on. I'm actually using a real camera now and not my iPhone, so there's that. And real lighting, real setup, so we're back. So with that being said, I'm your host, Danny Sansasi, licensed cosmetologist and registered super nerd, and this is Comics and Cosmetics, the show where I spill all the nerdy tea on whatever topic I'm obsessing about that week while glamming my face up at the same time, while you nerds watch. So get ready, nerdlings, because today we're diving headfirst into a whirlwind of sci-fi fantasy goodness. But before we go any further, make sure you've zapped that like button, become my companion by making sure you're subscribed to the channel, and transport that bell to make sure you're in a universe where you get notifications whenever I'm back with another one of these crazy videos. In this corner of the universe, we'll be unmasking the mysterious and mischievous Missy, Mistress of Mayhem. She's got more tricks up her sleeve than a Time Lord has regenerations. And we're here to spill all her secrets. From her razor-sharp one-liners to her mind-bending adventures with the Doctor, Missy has left a trail of chaos and laughter in her wake. She's the kind of villain who could charm the antimatter off an exploding Dalek. And we're here to unravel her timey-wimey charm. So, nerdlings, grab your sonic screwdrivers and buckle up for an adventure that's guaranteed to be more thrilling than a weeping angel chasing your target. We'll explore her greatest hits, the quotable quote, and delve into the impact Missy has had on the Doctor Who universe and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Whovians and science fiction nerds, Prepare to be blown away, because today we are diving headfirst into the captivating character that is Missy, Mistress of Time and Mischief. She is absolutely my favorite incarnation of the Master, and not just my favorite incarnation of the Master, she's my favorite Doctor Who villain. And you know what? She might be my favorite Doctor Who character. I really love River Song. She is a freaking hootenanny and a half. But I gotta give it up for Missy, man. I mean, she's got it all. And there's been this, trend on Twitter lately where they're like, show yourself as the villain. I've not done it, but it's totally Missy. Played by the incomparable, and I mean that, you cannot compare this woman to anybody, the incomparable Michelle Gomez. Missy has become iconic and influential figure in the world of Doctor Who. I mean, and beyond, really, in the entire sci-fi genre. Missy's personality is like a swirling vortex of chaos wrapped in a dapper suit and topped with a sly smile. That's what I love about her. She knows how to dress for her personality. Oh yeah. She's a puppeteer. She's a mastermind behind intricate schemes and an architect of grand manipulations. With a tongue as sharp as a TARDIS key, she effortlessly outwits those who try to cross her path or take her down. It's like play for her. Missy is a master of turning friend against friend, all while maintaining this devilish air of nonchalance. That's why we love her so much. And there's absolutely something so intoxicating about her blend of charm and malevolence. Like, she can just switch from doling out all these compliments like Salt Bae, sprinkling on her little compliments, to just delivering these cutting remarks that slice through the fabric of reality. Her wit is her weapon, her mind. It's her sonic screwdriver that disarms her antagonists and leaves us in awe of how clever she is. Missy bursts onto our screens as a game-changing revelation, an incarnation of the Doctor's arch nemesis of the Master. Michelle Gomez embraces the identity of Missy with total gusto. You can tell that she was absolutely enthralled with this role. Like, she was passionate and excited to have this role. To say it how the kids do, she was eating it up. No crumbs, baby. No crumbs, no crumbs. Her unique blend of charm and wickedness was captivating to old school and new, all Whovians. Comparing Missy to the other Doctor Who villains really reveals how distinctive she is. While villains like the Daleks embody pure, unadulterated evil, Missy's character kind of dances along a fine line between malevolence and redemption. You really never know which side she's going. She shares the cunning intellect and manipulation skills of the masters before her, but adds this flair of dark humor and this unpredictable mischief that I love so much. And that's what really sets her apart. Her internal conflicts make her an enthralling antagonist, and it leaves fans just in awe of her enigmatic nature. Right. Among the female characters in Doctor Who, Missy stands pretty tall next to him. She pretty much challenges the traditional gender roles as far as villains are concerned, being that women can be just as formidable and multifaceted. In her interactions with the Doctor, Missy brings a very dynamic energy that is both playful and confrontational, adding a new dimension to their relationship. She paves the way for future villains in the series, inspiring a new era of diverse and very complex characters. Her impact extends beyond the realm of Doctor Who. In the broader world of sci-fi, she holds her own against formidable female antagonists. Her wit and manipulation draw parallels to characters like Loki from the Marvel Universe, and cunning characters like Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones. Missy's ability to captivate audiences with her pretty great dark humor, it's pretty great, and enigmatic persona places her in this pantheon, I feel, of iconic sci-fi villains throughout all of history. Missy's journey is pretty much heavy with unforgettable moments. I mean, it's some of my favorite moments in all of Doctor Who. From her jaw-dropping reveal in Dark Water, which was pretty awesome. Well, I couldn't go along calling myself the Master now, could I? Please, Time Lady, I'm old-fashioned. I love how she just, please, so dry. I love dry British humor. To her grand schemes in Death in Heaven, she consistently keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. I love every episode she's in. Every episode. I will not fall asleep. Ever. She has the most quotable lines, such as 91, Queen of Evil, or you're right, you're so right, you are very important, but bananas! Pop. Woohoo! Mummy! Do it again! Say something nice, come on. I won't kill you until you say something nice. See, I've stopped doing my makeup because I love Missy so much. But yeah, she has the best lines in the entire series. I really believe it. But those quotes have become staples in the Whovian lexicon. Change my mind. Change my mind. Missy's greatest hits encompass her complex relationship with the Doctor, her manipulation of his allies and enemies alike, and her ability to leave an indelible mark on the series' narrative. I mean, you can't go very far in his story without talking about Missy. As we begin to unravel her fictional history, we witness her transformation from Master to Mistress, exploring the circumstances that led to her return and the impact that it had on the Doctor's timeline and the whole narrative of Doctor Who. And that all begins with the very first Master, played by Roger Delgado, starting in 1971. But then, as is with the Doctor, several regenerations later, we give birth to Missy, portrayed by Michelle Gomez. A remarkable transformation, to say the least, you might say. Not unlike the Joker to Batman, I feel. She is the other side to the Doctor's coin. They are so much alike. Both highly intelligent beings. They're both the last two of their species. They're both last two survivors of their planet, Gallifrey. They grew up together on Gallifrey. They met while they were students at the academy. They're best friends. They've been friends for thousands of years. They've been through everything together. They've seen each other at their best and their worst. But, as I said, they're two sides of the same coin. Where, like Batman is this example of the limit, just past the limit of human restraint. The Joker is without restraint. He is, like Alfred said in the Nolan movies, a man who just wants to watch the world burn. That's Missy. A woman who just wants to watch the universe burn. She's bananas. That's what I love about her. She is the perfect antithesis to the Doctor. And when you sit and actually watch the episodes, you see how much alike they truly, truly are. They do the same shtick, that same play the fool, tell you this story to kind of distract you and make you forget that you're in danger, to save your life. They're going to distract you and make you feel a little better, but also to explain a situation to you. They're just alike. It's wild. And you figure out that they need each other. They have to exist together. I love it. And as I'm awkwardly explaining here, Missy's character goes beyond mere villainy. We dissect her personality, analyzing her charming demeanor, manipulative nature, and unpredictable tendencies. By exploring her relationship with the Doctor and other characters, we uncover the intricate dynamics that define her character, including her complex motives and internal conflicts. To fully grasp Missy's uniqueness, we compare her to other Doctor Who villains, highlighting her distinction from the Daleks, the Cybermen, Weeping Angels, formidable foes. Additionally, we draw parallels between Missy and other female characters in the series, examining her impact on the representation of women in the sci-fi genre. That's right. I got intellectual up in this bitch. Missy and the Daleks, the relentless purveyors of extermination. That was my Dalek impression. Did you like it? They stand as two iconic pillars of villainy in the Doctor Who universe. While the Daleks strike fear with their unyielding desire to annihilate all other life forms, mainly Time Lords, the Time Lord Dalek War, Missy weaves a web of manipulation and mischief, captivating us with her very twisted charm. She's very charming. The Daleks are driven by a single-minded mission given to them by their creator and leader, Davros. While Missy kind of changes with the wind. Like, she never knows from one minute to the next what she's gonna do. Her ever-changing schemes and unpredictability is really part of her twisted charm that I keep mentioning, because that's part of her charm. As the Daleks rely only on their iconic catchphrase, exterminate, to strike terror, Missy captivates with her quick wit and enigmatic presence. In the eternal battle of order versus chaos, aka my house, the Daleks embody order, while Missy pretty much dances along the fringes of, you guessed it, chaos. While Missy's dancing along the edge of chaos with her captivating force of wit and cunning, in contrast, the Cybermen march relentlessly to the beat of their mechanical hearts devoid of emotion. While the Cybermen embody the terrifying efficiency of cold logic, Missy brings a fiery unpredictability that keeps us on the edge of our lovely, lovely Victorian tailored suits. She is quite obviously the living embodiment of chaos, challenging our perceptions and stealing the show with her absolutely magnetic presence. In the battle between calculated perfection of the Cybermen and the twisted brilliance that is Missy, it's clear who reigns the most fascinating and enthralling force in the Doctor Who universe. It's Missy. By the way, it's Missy, just FYI. It was Missy all along. Now, when it comes to Missy and the Weeping Angels, the ancient beings that thrive on quantum-locked stillness, the two represent two vastly different but equally captivating forms of villainy in the Doctor Who universe. While Missy enchants with her manipulative self, the Weeping Angels strike fear into the hearts of viewers with their ability to freeze when you look at them, but not knowing what they're going to do when you close your eyes or look away. Like, that's the scariest thing ever. The Weeping Angels make me crap my pants. I'm just gonna say it. So Missy strikes fear with words in psychological manipulation. Both Missy and the Weeping Angels will showcase chilling allure of the unknown, but in different ways. Missy entices with her twisted charisma, while the Weeping Angels haunt with their silent menace. In the tapestry, if you will, of Doctor Who villains, Missy and the Weeping Angels weave threads of intrigue and fear, leaving us forever fascinated in their dark allure. Now, there's a lot of strong and compelling female characters in the Doctor Who universe. Very memorable female characters in the Doctor Who universe. In fact, Doctor Who's kind of known for that. The show is known for having strong, memorable, compelling, interesting female characters. But Missy's distinct blend of charm and wit and malevolence really sets her apart from the rest, really makes her stand out. So let's see how she compares to the other female characters in the Doctor Who universe. Let's start with Rose Tyler. We're only going to do a couple, because there's only so much makeup I can put on my face. Let's be real. Rose is a beloved companion. She really is. She brings warmth, humanity to the Doctor's adventures. She is characterized by her compassion and determination, while Missy embodies not those things. She's more dark and obviously manipulative, while Rose fights for justice and love. Missy revels in chaos and power. Now, we can't compare Missy to female characters in the Doctor Who universe without comparing her to Clara Oswald. You have to compare her to Clara, right? She was absolutely beautiful too. Jenna Coleman, beautiful girl. What a blessed girl to be born with that bone structure. My gosh, if we could all have that cute little button nose. Ugh. Clara is a complex and multifaceted companion. I did like Clara. I mean, she was a little annoying to me, just a tad. I didn't really care too much for the whole sexual tension thing they tried to put in there. I did like Clara. She was smart. She was resourceful. She was a teacher. She was pretty, but she also rode a motorcycle. So there is that. Her relationship with the Doctor is marked by trust, hard-earned trust, because it gets broken a couple of times and it gets earned back. Hard. Like I said, hard-earned trust, which is kind of mirrored in his relationship with Missy. But it is marked by trust and friendship. She had a bit of a hard time adjusting to his regeneration, but she gets over it. And I think they're all the stronger for it. In contrast, Missy's connection with the Doctor is built on a very long history of friendship. But so this friendship is also marred with rivalry and manipulation, where Clara represents the light within the Doctor's life. Missy represents the dark spots in his life. Now, of course, you cannot have a comparative character study about women in the Doctor Who universe, no matter how short or long it is, without talking about his wife, his honey, his boo thing, River Song. I don't know why I just did that. It just really felt, honestly, like the thing to do. So, River is also a very captivating and mischievous character. She's kind of the tits, man. She's one of my favorites. As you know, I did do an episode, a breakdown on River. But River is pretty mischievous herself and just as captivating and enigmatic as Missy is. But she's tied to the Doctor through a very, very complex timeline. Her first meeting with the Doctor is his last meeting with her, and vice versa. She's known for her utter confidence, her intelligence, her time-traveling adventures and exploits. And as I said, while she does share that mischievous nature with Missy, their motivations and methods differ greatly. River's love for the Doctor is her driving force, where Missy's relationship with the Doctor is more antagonistic. Like, she just likes to poke the bear. I wonder what happens if I do this. That happened. Fun! So as you can see, there are some similar qualities that Missy and the other women in the Who universe share. But her malevolence, her wit, her twisted sense of charm, her kind of laissez-faire way of, oh, well, I guess I'll just have to kill you now. Boop. That's what really sets her apart. Where the rest tend to get excitable, Missy really never gets that worked up, if you've noticed. Missy makes her first appearance in Season 8, Episode 1, Deep Breath, when Peter Capaldi has his first full episode as Doctor Who, or The Doctor, after Matt Smith's exit. That episode, Deep Breath, she appears towards the end. So Clara and the Doctor meet in this restaurant, and it turns out these kind of steampunk, because it's a Victorian era, these kind of steampunk robots are harvesting organs, body parts, what have you, from humans. And one, like the ringleader guy, dies. He wakes up, after he dies, in this very lovely garden, and he sees a woman there, and it's Michelle Gomez. And she says, "Oh, now, he didn't hurt you, did my boyfriend hurt you? Did he push you out of that thing? Or did you jump? He gets a bit aggressive. Now, he would never hurt me because he loves me so much." And she keeps calling the Doctor her boyfriend. She's just being frickin' iconic. Oh my god. But she's referred to as the gatekeeper in the credit. And throughout Season 8, this is how we see her. We keep seeing, people die, whether it's an antagonist or a casualty, like collateral damage. Someone passes and they end up in what she calls heaven, or the nether sphere, and they are greeted by her, the gatekeeper. And she's the gatekeeper for heaven somehow. So this is how we first meet her. And that's pretty much what's happening throughout Season 8. While Clara and the Doctor are having their adventures, down to, it's Episode 11, Dark Water. Clara and the Doctor are at St. Paul's in London. And now it is important to note that Clara's boyfriend, Danny Pink, has died. And it's very sad. And Clara's kind of losing her shit over it, as you do. And they have asked the TARDIS to take them to wherever Danny Pink is, because the TARDIS seems to think that he is somewhere. So they take him to St. Paul's Cathedral in London, and they go in there, and there's like these aquarium tanks everywhere. And all of a sudden, here comes Missy waltzing out in her Victorian tailored suit and hat and parasol, and she's like, "I'm the caretaker. I'm here to help you." And she starts shoving her tongue down the Doctor's throat and saying, she's a robot. It's so funny, because you would think that the Doctor would be able to tell if she was a frickin' robot or not. Silly Time Lord people. So she tells him that she's a robot, and she asks if, oh, I can adjust my intimacy setting if you would like me to. And they're like, "Oh yeah, please adjust that, because I don't want to make out with you." So come to find out, of course, she's not a robot. She is, at the end of the episode, it is discovered, she announces that, "Well, I told you who I am. You felt it. I put your hand on my chest. 2 hearts." And he said, You said your name is Missy. She's like, well, I couldn't go on calling myself the master. I'm a time lady. And he's like, time lady. I'm old-fashioned. That she's not a robot. She's the master, regenerated as a woman, as the mistress. Missy, short for mistress. And that all the bodies they saw in those tanks at St. Paul's were actually Cybermen, and that the heaven, the nether sphere, was actually a Time Lord device that was used to download consciousness and re-upload it. So she had been downloading all the consciousness of all these people that had died, and she was uploading all the consciousness of all those people that had died, and then downloading them into all these Cybermen bodies. So she had this army of Cybermen, and then, like the psycho bunny rabbit that she is, she's like, happy birthday, it's for you, and then just gives him her bracelet, like, here you go, you're a good man, remember, it's all for you, it's just like, what would you show a bad girl how it's done, and just gives him, he's like, well, I don't want it, she's like, aww, you. If I could be a bad guy, I would be Missy. Dead on, dead ass. She shows up again in the season 9 opener, The Magician's Apprentice, when the Daleks take them all to Skaro because Davros, remember I said the creator of the Daleks, he's dying, and turns out the doctors who made him mean. It's a whole thing. So Missy is with them, and oh my god, it's so funny. She's in a jail cell with Clara. I don't know. I've been watching Doctor Who for like a week straight, nothing else. It's really hard to keep my accent straight. You know, where you just watch it nonstop and you're like trying really hard to remind yourself you are not British. Not British. Just watch nothing but British stuff for a week straight. You're a Midwestern mom who doesn't leave her house anymore. They think they're in a space station because it looks like they're in a space station. Missy gets free of her cuffs and she goes to the door and she's like, oh, I think today's the day. And Clara's like, what? Today for what? And she's like, I think today's the day that I might get to kill you. And she's like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, this could be a door or it could be an airlock. And she's like, don't open it. What if it's an airlock? And she's like, what if it's a door? What if we're on a planet? I don't think we're in space. Missy starts explaining to her that space has a specific feel and sound and smell. And Claire's like, no, I saw it. We're in space. And Missy's like, oh, yeah, okay, well, all right, here we go. I'm going to open this door. We're both going to go out. Let's go outside. Let's make some jam. And she opens the door and she's like, awfully warm out there for space. And they go outside and she's like, you know, they're like, what's going on? And she's like, it's an invisible planet. And Claire's like, why would you have an invisible planet? She's like, I know. How would you find your glasses? How would you find the bathroom if you need to go pee? And what if you kissed an ugly? You have to admit, she makes some really excellent points. But the whole episode is just Missy at her absolute finest. She is just, you think she's just being absolutely, bafflingly unhinged, but she's really got it all together. Then the second one, The Witch's Familiar, is the to be continued of The Magician's Assistant. And it's just great. She puts Clara in a Dalek and then tells the doctor to shoot. Oh my god, she tries to get the doctor to shoot the Dalek. It's classic Missy at her absolute finest. And you know what? Throughout all of these adventures, everything you see Missy get herself into, get herself out of, all the things she tricks other people into doing for her and what have you. She never has her own TARDIS. She's a hoot. No, I've not turned good. You're my secret favorite. Don't tell the others. She really starts to shine in Extremis. There's like a whole bunch of stuff going on in season 10. And, like a bunch of stuff, okay? I'm going to try and condense it because it's about Missy, not about all of Doctor Who. But in season 10, she gets pinched and she has to be executed for her crimes. And, the doctor is her executioner. And he rigs it to where it doesn't kill her. It just, puts her to sleep. And he tells the guys, hey, I told you I'd guard the body for 1,000 years. I didn't say I'd kill her. I mean, hello. He puts her in this vault, and him and Nardole guard her. Well, she decides she's learned the error of her ways, and she's going to start being a good guy. She's gone cold turkey. She's going to be a good guy now. He goes and visits her. Well, these monks come and take over the world, and they kind of mess with human history and memory. So the doctor is he's kidnapped by these monks for about 6 months. Everybody's kidnapped for 6. And so she's stuck in this vault and they need her help. And they finally get there. She's like, okay, well, I want these things for your help. And he's like, okay. They give her some things to help, and she seems to be doing okay because she's had dealings with these creatures before. They're psychic creatures. Well, then later, after they've defeated these creatures called the monks, Nardole, Bill, who's the new companion, and the doctor pay a visit to Mars, and the TARDIS starts acting funny, and Nardole gets stuck in it, and it goes tootling back to the doctor's office at the university. Again, you'll have to watch the whole series because there's too much to explain in that department. And so he goes, he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't really know how to operate the whole thing like Time Lords do, but I do know a Time Lord who happens to be in the building, in a vault, right around the corner. So he's like, madam, I could use some assistance. And she's like, well, it'd be better if I could show you. So he lets her out of the vault and into the TARDIS to help him. And she does. She helps him with the TARDIS. So they strike a deal. The doctor's like, okay, you want to be this good guy, then you got to follow my rule. And so he starts kind of training her to be this good guy. They show up on this colony ship, and she comes popping out of the TARDIS in her full glory. She busts out the doors, and she's like, hello, I'm Doctor Who, and these are my, what do they call you? Pet companions? Ew, doctor, the age difference. And Bill's like, why do you keep calling him Doctor Who? And she says, because he always says, I'm the doctor. And they're like, Doctor Who? And she says, I'm saving us actual minutes, and besides, that's his name. He thought it was clever. And then the doctor's like, that's not my name, but I do like it. That episode where she comes out of the TARDIS and she calls herself Doctor Who is actually Missy's final episode. The colony ship turns out to be a ship full of Cybermen, and the Master is on it. What a twist! And he tries to get her to join him, her former self, but she tries to get him to join her in changing their ways, but it doesn't work out, and he stabs her. With Missy, we get to see this side of the Master that otherwise we would have never gotten to see before. Redemption, compassion, absolute freaking hilarity, bananas. Can't stop saying it. Hey Missy, you so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Missy. Hey, Miss. It's so funny! Whovians all over the universe have embraced Missy with open arms. Her character has sparked discussion, inspired art, cosplay, theories, discussion, deep appreciation for the complexity that she brings to Doctor Who. Fans admire her witty banter, her unpredictable nature, and the layered performance delivered by Michelle Gomez. Missy has become a beloved icon, celebrated for her unique blend of villainy, humor, and dare I say, vulnerability. In the vast tapestry of Doctor Who, Missy shines as a remarkable character, a woman of mystery, mischief, undeniable magnetism. Her mischievous grin and sharp intellect have left an indelible mark on the hearts of the fandom. But our cosmic adventure doesn't end here. Let this comic book be a reminder of the power of imagination, the joy of storytelling, boundless creativity of Doctor Who, and the world of comics have to offer. You can continue your journey into Missy, the Mistress, of mischief and time with her audio adventures and these comic books right here. But as the man LeVar Burton says, don't take my word for it. Find out for yourself. So nerdlings, as we bid farewell to our Missy themed episode, let's embrace the enduring spirit of Missy. Let's keep pushing boundaries and challenging stereotypes and celebrating cosmic fusion in all our future adventures. If you would like to support the channel, check out this QR code right here. You can tip us as little or as much as you like, or you can check out this link right here. You can also check out our merch store and get cool merch like this shirt I'm wearing right here. You can also join our Patreon and check out cool behind the scenes, outtakes, sneak peeks. You can request breakdowns. You get early access. You can get free merch every 3 months. You can ask me anything. There's all kinds of stuff. The possibilities are pretty much endless. And there's 3 different tiers you can choose from. And guys, the higher the tier, the cooler the merch. I will have links to all the products I used today in the description below, so check that out. Make sure to follow us on all the socials. We have Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, we're there. I'll have all those links down below as well. Until next time, have a wizard day. I will see you in the next one. And remember, the universe is our canvas, and we have the power to create cosmic wonders. Bye.